Hello, I'm Nick Thompson, and today's quick review is going to be on the Milwaukee Jobsite backpack. I'll include the model number in the description. It's also going to cover the basic tools that I bring with me on every job. This is my main bag. I've got other bags with specialty tools or refrigeration tools. I am a HVAC service technician and appliance repairman, and these are the most common tools, ones that I'm not going to show up to a job site without. If it's a bigger one, again, I've got other bags. So I'm going to cover this Milwaukee backpack, the tools that I use, the tools that are in it, how many tools this holds, the pros and cons of it, why I've been using it. I've used a few others. I've used Klein's backpacks as well as Klein's little tote bag. This is usually the one that I grab. Seriously considering shifting away from the backpack style and getting more into the bag route, but that's more appliance repair related than it is the backpack. First thing you'll note on this bag is front pocket. It's not really a pocket, it's more of like a huge pouch. It is adjustable. So I have it here. I also have a little Husky, it's like a belt pouch as well. And I have that because that'll hold my tools on the front. These are the ones that I always grab for, just basic. You'll have your wire strippers, wire cutters, side cutters, different little pry bars. You got a small adjustable wrench, things like that. So I'll be reviewing this bag, all of its contents, and then going into possibly another review or at least another video on trying to replace this with two different bags. I'm going to try another tote style, and I'm also going to try 22, 24 inch wide mouth bag as well. So this bag's been awesome. I love it. It holds all my tools. It gets very, very heavy. This laptop pouch came in handy when I did controls and I needed a laptop. Now I just use it for manuals and different papers and stuff like that. One of the main reasons why I'm thinking about getting rid of it is that it's wasted space, and it also makes this really front heavy as well right now. So I guess first things first, we'll start taking these out. Again, if you have any questions, comments, want to see actual reviews on items or why I use them, put it in the comments. I don't want to make this a 2-hour video, so I'm just going to quickly go through everything. I have the Milwaukee M12 little flashlight here. This thing's very, very bright. I love it. Does really go through the battery quick. And average 12-hour workday. It's supposed to be 8 hours, but the average workday, you'll get by in a 4 amp hour. I usually have my 6 amp hour in here. But yeah, that clips nicely here, and I like it too because it'll clip nicely, and then you can slide it up here if you want to put it on a different type of hook, but I like how it clips on the backpack right on the front pocket. You lift it up here because that's going to be the center of mass. There's another one back here, but that's not going to keep it nice. I also like using these extended batteries because you can set it down nicely. Normally I use this, you know, in front of a chiller, or I'll stick it inside of a air conditioning unit or anything like that. So we'll go through the front pocket. Right here you've got little dividers. The way I have it set up kind of blocks them all. So I just have little tape measure. I got my new Milwaukee fuel. I think this is the 2nd and 3rd gen, the newest in 2018. Really like it, really compact. I have the M18 versions of everything. When I do more industrial, commercial, you need the power, you need the runtime. Now I'm back into residential, and you don't really need the power. I usually keep them in the van. They never usually come out of the van. M12's been enough for me. But you'll have the new impact. Again, if you want to see a review versus the non-fuel version, the M18 fuel version, again, leave it in the comments. I'm just going to quickly go through all this. So next, I used a lot of these little C-clamps. You never know when you're going to need them. They weigh nothing, so it's really nice to carry around. Different electrical tape for different needs. Again, I got a larger one here, C-clamp. And these are nice just to hold things up out of the way, or I keep this bigger one up top because sometimes I'll use it to hang. But love these little things. So I'm just going to quickly go over and take these out, then I'll take the pouch out. Otherwise, this front, I mean, I throw random stuff or garbage in this front and then I'll clean it out after the job's done. But actually, we'll just pull this out. It'll be easier to see. I have the electrical tape hanging here. I'll set that off to the side so I can pull this out. And I really like having this organizer right up front in this pouch, because then if I ever do need to go up on a ladder, or I need more tools than just what can fit in my pocket, but I don't feel like carrying the whole bag up, I can just take this out, slip this right in my tool belt, or I've also got 2 zip ties here, and then I will either use one of the C-clamps or just hang it, but this holds 80% of the things that it needed to get the job started. You'll have your standard Phillips and flathead screwdriver here. 11-in-1. I mean, I love 11-in-1. The Milwaukee's is really nice. I like the Klein, not as much. You got a little wire strippers here built into the handle, which is cool. But the great thing about 11-in-1s are, if you're going to a job site, you know you're not going to need much. You're just, you know, surveying the scene, not going to know what you need. I usually bring needle nose / wire strippers in one pocket and the 11-in-1 in another. Between the two, you can usually take something apart and figure out what tools you actually need. But this also has the standard 1/4 inch, 5/8 inch, all the nut driving sizes you'll need. So you got your standard large flat Phillips, and you pull this piece out here. Again, another nut driver. Again, another nut driver. I think this was a Torx, either a Torx bit or a box bit. I think it was a box bit. Don't use it as much as I actually need the 1/4 inch driver, and a smaller, more fine Phillips and flat. Again, these 2 tools, awesome. So those go right here. Got a little pry bar, comes in so handy. You got your little channel locks, Got the little rotos that's when you don't know what size it is, or you just need to grab onto something. These things are nice. They will automatically adjust what size it is. So if you got a wrench or do something, they are a little wider. So getting into tight spaces, but really love those. Also have the larger version. Got a small adjustable wrench here. And side cutters. And that's it for the main pocket here. Voltage checker. The other side, magnetic pickup tool. I drop stuff all the time. Kind of need that. Inspection mirror. Nothing fancy there. Got your precision flatheads. Usually I have to use these, especially on appliances, to stick in the plugs. Pry the tabs out so I can actually pull the connections apart from one another. So those are on the side. Then I have another longer precision flathead, and then precision Phillips caliper if you actually need to know the measurements of something, and just the basic permanent marker there. Random zip ties, because you always need zip ties, and I believe that's it. Other than some garbage, but I love how this sits right here. It's got all my tools. And it wastes the front pocket, but I gain everything that I need at a quick reach. So next, this pocket, I have just the DeWalt. I have stacks and stacks of different sets of bits and everything else, and I just hate how it only fits in and holds the thing it's supposed to. This is just an organizer. You can move these around. I'm not going to go through everything, but I mean, this just has a magnet in each one, and then this side's got actual impact bits. This side again is impact bits, and then all the actual little bits that fit inside the holder. And again, I just love the DeWalt one because, here, I'll grab this. But you buy like the Milwaukee or something like that, and this one's got a bigger storage caddy. But otherwise, all these only hold certain ones. Like this is a Shockwave. I've got a lot of these. Got an older Craftsman, different type Craftsman, but as you can see, it only holds specifically what was put in there. And this you're free to put and use however you want. So really like that. That fits right in here. I put it in so that this slide locks that closed. And I'll put it in so the slide's down, just because then this strap fits right here so it can actually slide up. Whereas if you put it the other way, it might unlock it. That's not going to open while it's in the pocket, but as soon as you pull it out, all your bits are going to fall out. So that's that pocket. This pocket also stretches. I mean, it could hold coffee or a lot of different things. Got pens, different permanent markers, and then this pocket, just random tubes, pint joint, super glue, thermal grease. That's about it. Got a roll of wire for when you got to jump things or extend a wire or just tie something up even possibly. Another high temp lubricant. Just carry this. I got a label maker and everything, but this just goes with me everywhere, and that way if you got to run a few wires, you can label them and know which is which. And garbage. Again, I love these things. I have so many of them. So thicker wire to jump things, but this I stick random screws or anything else like that in, and doesn't really fall out. I'm sure you guys have used these before, but I just like how that fits right there. So I'll push all these off to the side here. Not really leaving too much room. Alright, so you got one last pocket up front. This is a little pouch about yay big. And these are all the bits that I use on a consistent basis. Got two little magnetic trays. Stack them like that. I love it when it sticks in here, because when I get to a job and I got to start using the drill, which is almost every single job, these have all the nut driver bits, and then just my common Phillips. Got the flathead, this just, I got so many of these bit holders, but slips in here. I mean, that's nice. Got a Torx in here, and I just like, cause I can set it down right next to me. I love the magnetic part. Although that's usually on the drill, but like I can just stick this to wherever it is, you know, dishwasher, fridge, AC unit, and then I've got all the bits that I need right there. And then I pull this bottom one off, and then everything I take off, I can just start putting in here. That way I don't lose them and they don't fly away. So that just sticks right here. So all these things here are going to be, I guess what you could say is like the basics, all easy hand, easy reach. Anything you need to take something apart, troubleshoot, diagnose, anything like that. So I'm gonna open this up here. Now these zippers, because of this, the way it is, normally there's a lot of extra weight in here. But you zipper this about halfway down, and the front just folds down flat like this. This kind of keeps it right there. So you got a little table if you need it. Never really use it for a table. Usually I only open it this halfway mark. Got my field piece, multimeter, temperature gun. And again, not going to be doing individual reviews on everything. Might mention a few things. But now from here, I have pretty much easy access to everything in here. There are some things down here, which case I will just zipper this the rest of the way down and fold it out. Now one thing to mention, the way that I have this pouch in here, is if I do put it all the way down, if that pouch is still full, which it usually is close to, everything will fall out the top. So usually I don't open it past here. If I do, I hold on to it, just grab what I need. But anyway, each of these, you got one row of the little elastic bands. Underneath those are thicker pockets. The sides have two more little pockets. You got another compartment up here, flat. Got a thicker compartment down here, which I'll show you later. And then you got a little zipper compartment here. So this is just my miscellaneous pocket. Things that I usually need that are too small to fit in anything like that. So I got extra screwdriver bits because I go through them all the time. What is this? Oh, damaged bit extractor. You need something like that. Got some leak lock. Oh, this is just another little handy thing. It's got all kinds of bits. It's got a little wire strippers in it, and it's also got a bit holder. So this will slide in right here, and then you can take whatever bit you need and then just work it like that. Don't use it too much, but it's really nice to have. The times that you do need it, it's great. But otherwise, the 11-in-1 is probably a better version of this. Don't remember why I picked it up, but definitely stays in my bag. Got some thread tape. Got a copper line cutter. Got a smaller metric set of Allen wrenches. Bag of miscellaneous wire nuts. And the last thing up here, got a 3/8 inch drive hatchet and extension. Not really sure why I have that in this pocket, but there we go. So that pocket's now empty. So since I don't have the front, I'm just going to open it up. Now this bottom pocket, I've got just a 1/4 inch drive Craftsman ratchet set. Got your inch, got your metric, and you have your 1/4 inch ratchet right here. This just slides in this pocket. So nice. I mean, it's really, really nice. I believe, yeah, down here I've also got extension for 1/4 inch and 3/8 to 1/4 inch adapter to use on here. So that's essentially got me set for all smaller jobs. So now these two pockets are empty. I'll get to this one. This one kind of sucks because I have this large channel locks right here in the way. I believe my hammer drill bits are up here just for when I gotta drill into a concrete wall to hold a junction box or something like that. But you got your level right here, magnetic. This one's Stanley. I've got several different versions of that as well. Got a little 10-ounce hammer. Suggest everyone gets something like that. Definitely comes in handy. Again, another miscellaneous bit set. Usually, I don't use this often, and usually it's only to grab one of the Torx or Allen sets out here, and I don't even use the handle, but things are great. Comes with everything. Now, I'm just gonna empty out the bottom, then we'll work our way up. Again, miscellaneous bits. What I like about this one is the handle holds all the bits. Again, you got your wire strippers right here, but you can slide these out like this. They're longer ones, so they also work in the impact, but this is ratcheting, so I can tighten, spin this, loosen, put it in the middle, and now it doesn't spin, so I can crank. I really like this guy because it is ratcheting longer, so I can get inside something if I'm working on a dryer trying to take something off without taking the whole drum out. I can get in there with just my hand, and I also get the ratcheting action, so use this quite a bit. Definitely not a needed tool, but nice to have. That just sits on the bottom because I don't use it often. Got the brand new 2018 Fuel M12 hammer drill. I like this. I don't like the ramp up time. Maybe I'll do a separate review on this. I really like the non-fuel version of the hammer drill. I think I bought it like 10 years ago. Still going strong, but yeah, I don't know why I went the fuel version. Got it on sale, I guess, with a free battery. But that goes down here. I don't use it as much as the impact. Just a quick comparison. Main reason I don't use it is if you look at the difference here. Big difference. This is going to get into a lot of tight spaces. This one's not. Again, I really hate the ramp up feature, but that's that. So that goes on the bottom because I don't use it as much. Also on the bottom here, got some miscellaneous plastic pries so it doesn't damage. I've got metal ones too, but they tend to damage sheet metal. So these are nice, snap really easy, but super, super cheap. Got a wire brush. Got another Allen set. This one's standard. And the last thing here, I believe on the bottom, big old heavy pry bar. I really love this thing. Definitely takes a beating. This is the Craftsman version. I like this one so much because it fits in my bag, but you push this button here and then you can change where it locks. So depending what you need to pry, you can change this. It'll rotate all the way. This is the max on this side, and it goes all the way to right here. So depending what angle you need, I mean, it's the perfect heavy duty pry tool, and it fits in the bag. Probably don't need to carry it in my bag. Don't use it that often, but it's there, it fits. Now, again, you've got big pockets right here. You've got little slit pockets, like bottom opened pockets underneath it. And then you got that elastic band. The one thing I don't like about this, and it's not just Milwaukee, but it's a lot, these bands, when you use them for tools, it's kind of wasting these open-ended pockets down below because it goes through here into the open pockets. Another thing I dislike are how these big pouches, if you use them, you can't use the little pockets. And if you use the little pockets, or if you use the elastic, you're also using little pockets, and you're also stopping the available space of the pouches because now the back side of the pouches are being blocked by the bigger tools. So you're not, like, we'll say this comes with a certain amount of pockets, you're not really getting full use out of those pockets at all. But this is great. So I got my little crescent, we'll call it a wannabe pipe wrench. I like this just because, again, this is just my main bag, bring it with me all the time, so I gotta, loosen something up. Yeah, I could have a pipe wrench, a lot heavier, and even if you get the aluminum ones, still takes up too much space. I like how this is little, it fits in a lot of harder to reach spots, and it's just quick to go. If I need a pipe wrench, I just go to the van and get one. That fits in there nicely. Next to that, I have, I believe, a 12, 14, 16 inch extension. This is great for those hard to reach places or far away places. And that's it for these two little pockets right here. Now I'll go through these bottom 3 pouches. These are the larger ones. So the first one, again, another plastic tool, larger metal crowbar. Then you've got metal scraper, plastic scraper. These I usually use to push the little spring retaining clips for washers, dryers, and everything else, or if you got to scrape stuff. This is good for the same thing. They snap a lot, I go through them a lot, but they're like $2, so not a huge deal. Use those quite often. And then I've also got a wrench here, and this one's the needle. That's great to get in those hard to reach places. And when something's giving you trouble, you lock it down, and that way you can wrench on it. And that's it for the first pocket. But as you can see, like these little mini bottom opened pockets, they go about halfway down into the big pouch. So you're losing that space when you use it. So we'll move on to the bottom pouch. This middle one, I think I've only got 2 things here. There we go. These are, I love these. These are Makita impact rated sockets. 3/8 inch drive, both metric and standard. Dealing with appliances, you have to have both. I mean, you could take apart the same Maytag washer, dryer. They're gonna use both metric and standard. I have no idea why. I really like these though because all the sockets are here. They come out pretty easy. They go back in nicely. These both fit in that pocket. You have your 1/4 inch or impact connection here that you can use, or they are 3/8 inch drive, so you can use the wrench. But what I like about these is this guy, there's a little pin here and there's a hole. So I'm gonna put it not in that hole right now, so any of the other 3 sides, and it's just a typical holder. But you put that pin in this hole, and now it actually rotates, like it's still holding it, but now let's say you gotta put somewhat of a little angle on it, you can still do that. So with this guy, like if I'm working under something in a really tight spot, this is really, really small. But even if you can get it on there, but you just need that little of an angle. I'll try and do that for the camera, but you can use it, I think it's like a 15-degree angle. It helps you out. Otherwise, it's still a great set. Still would have bought it without this pivoting feature, but really like it. Don't usually use the pivoting feature though. Usually leave it in the locking, and then you just don't align the hole with the little pin. Yeah, these, awesome set. Sucks you need to have both just to work on one unit, but great set. So I'll put these over here. And then this last pouch, I got another, this is we'll call it a finer tooth. This is a stronger tooth, but cleaning brush. Next 2 things here are little, we'll call it dentist tools. You got your 90-degree, and I believe this is like a 35 degree. But great to scoop things up, retaining pins, cleaning, use them all the time. Last, I believe, non-nut driver. This is just a file. And then it's also a punch. Love that, use that a lot. And then you've got your nut drivers. These, unfortunately, are not magnetic. Really sucks, and really don't use them very much. We only use it when tight spaces, and I can't get a battery powered tool in there. But even then, really only use the larger sizes of these because the 11-in-1 I prefer than grabbing one of these, and these probably won't stay in my bag. So I'll set that up there for now. And that's just the bottom pouches here. Now those are done, we'll go on this left side or right side, depending on how you look at it. And lineman's pliers, you usually use these, cut thicker wire, or it's got a crimper as well. Main purpose for that. Then you've also got the cheapo version, and I'll use these. Essentially the only reason I use it is to crimp wires. And that's the 2 little pockets over here on the side. So now we'll go 1 row up, and as you can see, I really only use 2 of them. And again, main reason because top row takes over. So you got your larger file here. Use this a lot. sanding out the inside copper pipe, larger diameter pipe, or just so many uses. Next one here is a wire strippers. This one's smaller. I really like the Milwaukee one because it's also a needle nose, but you probably can't read it, but this only goes from 18 gauge to 10 gauge for solid, or for stranded it goes from 20 to 12. This one goes from 30 to 20. So smaller wire when you're working with terminal strips and things like that, you'll end up needing that. So just put that over there for now. And then I believe the last use of an actual mid-range pocket here, just 10-inch larger adjustable wrench. And again, we got the smaller one going to be up front. That's usually what I use to take things apart, like doors off, take the, the washer apart, or to get to the insides. And once you do that, then you'll need the larger ones. So then all we've got really left here is the top row. So we've got a somewhat larger, I'd call it a medium size wrench there. Got your actual needle nose right here. Got the larger channel locks there. And then I've got my, Phillips, standard Phillips flathead, but longer. Better to get a longer reach on some things. Don't use them quite a bit, but you do need them. So that's about it here. And then, like I said up here, then we got hammer drill bits. And I don't use them much, but as you can see, like all the tools in this top row kind of block access to it. So I wouldn't want to put something there that I use on a consistent basis. So otherwise the backpack's empty now. This for these fronts, sides. So now, as I said before, when you need a laptop, that's what this bag was bought for. That's what it was. Alright, so this will fit a typical 15-inch, not an oversized 15-inch, and you'll know if your 15-inch isn't standard or not. But so for now, I just use it for other stuff. Keep towels in there. I got a spare set of gloves. I've got some tape. And I guess now I still got my clipboard, quick conversion chart, got miscellaneous papers, service orders, stuff like that. Fits right in here. Don't know why I have that in there, but I do. And then miscellaneous locks and longer strap or zip ties. So the back of this here, you can tell it's got your shoulder straps, good padded. Never complained about that. And this bag really heavy with all of this. We've got the other loop, like I said. This one's the center of gravity, center of mass, so we use that. Never used that before. It's also got the chest, so when you got to go up a ladder, heavy, long distances, you can strap that and more equally keep that on your waist. It's also got these little Velcro straps here. This is so if you're putting it on, like I've got a rigid, one of those tough boxes. You can set this on top and then strap it around the handle. And that way it won't fall over. And the back's also padded a little bit right here, and here. Overall, I really like the bag. I've had it, I don't know, 5 years now. Zippers were still good. I mean, they're not as good as the Klein's Jobsite bag zippers. Like those are heavy duty. And I do like how the Klein's opens up better and there's more usable, but you lose this front pouch. For me, is huge. These side pockets I really like. I wish they'd put like a tape measure, one of those metal clips right here. Put my drill on there instead of wasting half my pocket. But yeah, really like it. The only reason I'm now contemplating moving more towards a bag or a bucket style is because this waisted pocket here, as you can see, it takes up this much, so all the bulk of the weight is now, 3/4 of this, so it gets front heavy. Oh yeah, and the bottom's also got this nice waterproof big plate. Yeah, so probably gonna try the Klein bag again, but I'll make a separate video for that. But as you can see, like this backpack holds a lot. It's very, very heavy, which is another reason why I'd like to just get a normal bag so you can carry it nicer with one hand. Not that you can't carry it nice, and like this isn't as thick or sturdy as the Klein bags strap, but I've used the strap on a daily basis for over 5 years. It's not ripped, it's still in perfect condition. I mean, the whole backpack's in really, really good shape. Dirty, yes, but in really, really good shape. No tears, no complaints. But when I carry it by the handle, I mean, you can tell by the height because it's a backpack. I gotta hold it up here, whereas if I had a bag that was a little bit shorter, I could hold a little bit lower, be a little bit easier. So, but anyway, a lot of people asked me to make this video, so quickly giving a quick review of the Milwaukee bag itself. I mean, I love it. It holds a lot. These are all the typical tools that I'll show up to a job site or a customer's house with. I usually use these. Some of these, every job, I grab it every time. Some of these are at least once a week. If I notice that I'm not using one of these tools, I've got 2 other, we'll call them general boxes, just tough boxes like this guy. Got those in my van, so I'll put those in there, and then I find myself going to that box to grab the same tool over and over again, and I'll make way in the bag. But through the past 5 years, like this is my average loadout. Again, you know, if you like this video, please hit like. I normally am not going to put videos like this on my channel, but people ask for it, so I will. If you want more in-depth reviews on anything, you know, put it in the comments. If I get enough of you, I'll make a separate video for it. If you got questions, you know, ask in the comments. I'm usually watching that stuff every day. So otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope I didn't suck. But yeah, I guess average toolboxes for the average day for an HVAC or appliance technician. So again, thank you for watching.